Headlander is a game from legendary game makers of Double Fine. The game is a 70s influenced puzzle platformer with a splash of Metroidvania for good measure. The time period influence is mostly established by its visual design, art direction, aesthetic, whatever you want to call it, and its music. The music was one of the first things I noticed about the game that really fit together well. It's properly stylized for the feel of the game, and it does a good job blending into the background while you play. The visuals are also very appropriate and really do capture that 70s space retro feel. The lights and colors make you feel like the game came right out of the 70s, but what really sells the whole thing is the small touches. The screen glitch effect when you pause the game or scroll through menus. The little animations that your character does when using the game's equivalent of an elevator. From a visual and music perspective, the game is quite amazing really. But that doesn't excuse the game's kinda garbage gameplay mechanics. Headlander might have scratched that itch for outside the box with its idea of a head being the playable character, but the gameplay is so boring. You are a head that takes control of other robot bodies by either destroying other robots or vacuuming their heads off. You are then granted security ranking access to different colored doors depending on what color you are, or the robot body that you inhabit. The higher the security ranking, the more doors you can go through. The majority of these colored bots have some kind of laser weapon at their disposal so they can try and kill you. The main problem that I have with this game is how mundane it feels. Like I said before, it's basically a puzzle game. You have to activate certain switches to progress and backtrack through the map. It's basically just a guessing game as you traverse the level. You run into enemies shooting you and have to kill them to get past. Your only movement while you are using a robot body is moving left or right. The only way you can truly move freely is when you are only using your head and undocked from a body. This leaves you vulnerable without any way to fight back from the enemies without getting close. There just doesn't seem to be enough in the game to keep me interested. This is far from a bad game, the production value is through the roof, but I cannot get into it for whatever reason. I only have played around 1 hour of the game, with the game being about 7 hours long, so I have definitely played a sizable chunk, but it's still not grasping me. I wanted to give the game the benefit of the doubt and push through, but I don't want to play a game I don't like. All in all, if you do want to play the game for yourself, you should probably use a controller. You don't have to, but you should if you find yourself playing it. I will not be coming back to this one anytime soon. The more I think about it, the more I feel like it's a mobile game than a high-quality indie game. So I wouldn't want to spend a long time on my computer playing it, but if I could take it on the go, I'd play it for about 5 minutes and then put it down.